Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday, October 28th, and we are broadcasting live. I'm going to keep this short today because there's a lot going on in the world, but I'm excited to be here and tap in with you about our conversation today about the chair of joy and to get us all in sync with what's happening with the movement. So, for both of those things, I just want to say, welcome back. Hopefully, you've been watching and listening. I took the time this morning to put all the links, all the things that motivate me, that excite me, that bring me joy, music, things that I listen to on a daily basis that are motivational and inspirational. So I encourage you to go to the first and second videos that I posted yesterday and the day before, and you can watch some of those. All right, so let's just jump right into it today. We are, as you know, I had a big revelation over the last few days about few weeks actually, about confidence. And there is only so much we can do without confidence, I believe. So I've basically taken the chair of joy that I've developed over 30 years, really like little bits of it. I just kept adding to it and trying to understand it. And I always just knew I wanted to feel better and not sit in the trauma or the funk or the worry or the chaos or the stress or the overwhelm or self-sabotage or all those things that go on and sit in that for not even more than 5 minutes. Like I didn't want to deal with it. And because of our background and our history and our DNA and everything that happens to us as human beings, those emotions of anything other than joy show up in our day all the time. And so I knew I wasn't like depressed, or I didn't think that I was there was anything wrong. I just knew that I could get back to feeling better very, very quickly. So anyway, the chair of joy has been an evolution to get to this point. And now I'm using it sort of as a experiment for myself to use it to plug in and power up so that I can be more productive and powerful on a daily basis. I have so much to do in the world that there's nothing that can hold me back from achieving this level of success. So, and by that I mean the 8 billion people that I want to know the words chair of joy and hopefully know the framework and the experience around it so they can not only use it for themselves, but for others as well. So yesterday we talked about nutrition, and today we're going to talk about exercise. So I am currently looking for, if you can't tell, looking for my notes for today, because it's really, really important that we are bringing the conversation to you in a very easy way for you to understand. So my question to you is, what is your mental health right now? And especially around exercise. So as I'm talking, I want you to kind of hear me when I say that this exercise thing is so very, very important. The links that I have below, I have Wendy talking about the science of or what does what does exercise do for your brain? So I don't want to be her or reiterate all of that, but just know that I learned that if you're exercising, your brain is improving. And that's my number one goal, is to make sure my serotonin and my dopamine and my adrenaline are all moving forward so that I can accomplish my dreams. So as it pertains to exercise and why I made this as one of my 8 items to get me to my confidence and feeling better, is because, and you're going to laugh, but I'm just going to say it. So some people say they didn't feel very strong because they were, in some activity. But for me, when I go camping and in the woods, which I do a lot, I'm going to say it quietly, like as if no one will hear, but sometimes you just have to go potty, right? And I was noticing that I couldn't stand up and get up like I used to when I was young. I hope some of the ladies are with me today. So, especially those of you that are out in nature. So I was like, this is not happening, because I love to be in the woods so much that at 59 years old, to not be able to jump up and down would actually probably, have mass devastating effects. So anyway, that aside, I decided exercise has to be one of those things because it elevates my mood. It gives me self-confidence. And more than that, it can help me be more active when I go outside and into the woods to take care of the business. So anyway, that's that. And so I just wanted to mention that. And then also, I read or watched a video, a TEDx video called Losing Weight and Keeping It Off. So there's a lot in there about hormones and weight. And I mentioned that yesterday, but there was also a piece in there about when to exercise. So for you, think about it around your mental health and your where are you at with exercise? When do you exercise? That's one question that you can think about today. So whatever's going around in your mind, like start bringing those thoughts because we're going to use those in the Chair of Joy in just a minute. But in that video, he talks about how this woman lost all this weight. And she did very simple things. She exercised at 5 or 6 in the morning on her bike, and she then ate her juices or her lunch in an early breakfast, and then she had a lunch, and she went to bed early and got lots of sleep. So she wasn't eating during the insulin peaks in the late afternoon. So anyway, I decided that maybe early morning exercise was good for me too. So that's what I've been doing for 2 weeks. And I want to just show you my before and after picture here real quick. And then we're going to get into the Chair of Joy. So let me just grab it for you real quick. Don't laugh. No, no one's laughing. You're all with me. So I started out at the request of myself to get my BMI down, and it was incredibly high when I started. It was 37%, and my goal is to be at 23. So I'm not measuring anything in between. I'm just going to do the right things and keep you abreast of what that is. So hopefully you can see this. This is my week 1, where you can see you can see all kinds of things on the left there. And just on my second week, which was just this morning, actually, you can start kind of see that it's not so flopping over there. And there's a little bit of less fluff around my bra area, and et cetera, et cetera. So this is exciting. I can't even tell you how excited what's happening, and that this is soon going to be a very big transition for me. So yes, there's that. All right, cool. All right, so now as we get into our Chair of Joy, real quickly, I want you to just remember that there are 5 steps, and they are locate your Chair of Joy. And then I'm going to show you hopefully you can see my mouse pad. It's sit, breathe, think, feel. So first, locate your Chair of Joy, and then sit, breathe, think, feel. So this is a metacognitive strategy, and you could read more about how that was developed and what that's based on. But basically, it's to get back to a state of joy as quickly as possible, and more than that, stay in that state of joy a lot of times, so a lot more often during the day, so that we can start what we call living joyfully. So we get to feel better, we get to feel joy more often, maybe not joy always every time, but maybe from fear and worry to courage and confidence. So there's always a flip in emotion. So around exercise, let's go ahead and get started. So I want you to locate your Chair of Joy. I want you to sit back in your Chair of Joy. If you don't already have one, imagine where yours is. So I'm just going to give you a second. So if you've been watching, you know that your Chair of Joy can be anywhere. It can be out on a log. It can be out in the woods. It can be on the, sitting on the bench swing at the park, or any of those things. So find your Chair of Joy, the place that you can get away from your computer and take a break, and just let yourself sit in your Chair of Joy. That's number 2. Sit down and feel the physicality of that. And just know that there's nothing else to do but come to this moment. So here we are, sitting in our Chair of Joy. And now we're going to take a deep breath. Step 3. So we locate our Chair of Joy, sat in our Chair of Joy, and now we're taking some deep breaths. So deep breaths in. And we're working on exercise today. So I want you to kind of get some thoughts going around your exercise routine. Do you do it? Do you do it many times during the day? Is there a early morning routine and a late night walk? Is it a bike ride? What is it that you do? So whatever that is, bring those in. And bring in all the things about exercise. Does it worry you? Does it give you impact? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel bad? And if so, why? And let that come in. Keep breathing. And just whatever those things are about exercise, just let them go. Just let them go. It doesn't matter. We're just going to be in our chair of joy. We're being present. We're having fun together. Doesn't matter what size we are. It doesn't matter what people think. There's no judgment. Who cares? Like I just showed you my pictures, right? Just it is what it is. We get going and we get through life and we eat this and we eat that and we get busy and we don't exercise and things happen. So no big deal. So whatever those things are. And then I want you to find the juicy part of exercise. Where's the thing that made you feel really, really good around exercise? Was there a particular activity that you love to do? And where is that? And what is that? I want you to, this is the 4th step, by the way, thinking about a moment of joy around exercise. And I'm going to find one too, because this is so fun when I do this. Exercise, something fun. Keep thinking. If it doesn't come right away, keep thinking. Where was a place or a point in my life where I loved exercising? And maybe it was this morning. Maybe it was yesterday. Who knows? Oh, one came for me. So cool. All right. I hope you have one. And whatever that one is for you, I want you to take just a second and expand it. So kind of just blow it out a little, like put yourself into the movie of this memory. Put yourself into the movie of the memory of this exciting time around exercise, and make it step into the movie and kind of put a magnifying glass on it, or turn up this volume so that you can actually see and hear and smell what's going on. And by that, I mean, expand it into something that's possible if you did that every day, or if you brought that back into your life, whatever that is for you. And then the last part is just feel that excitement of that maybe success or feeling of exhilaration or accomplishment, or maybe it's a team sport or whatever the thing is that you reconnected with or brought more people back together. Like bring that in as well. And feel that in your entire body, from your head to your toe. Take another deep breath. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. So very good. Very, very good. So I'm going to wrap it up early today, as I mentioned, but I want you to go back and watch this video if you weren't able to think of a moment of joy. When you listen to it again, sometimes it will. But real briefly for me, when I first had my 3 girls, I used to, there was no time to do anything. So while they were, doing their homework or, watching Sesame Street, I would pick up the barbells, and I loved the definition in my arms when my girls were young, because I was so active with them. And every night, I just used my weights just to blow off steam and energy. And I loved the little shirts that I wore, and, flexing my muscles every chance I had. So my movie that I stepped into and expanded to that was buying these new white little outfits that kind of will show the definition of those muscles, as I do all of these amazing podcasts that I'll be able to, be a little snappier and have some fun, instead of covering things up. So I'm excited. I am getting there, and I know you are too. I hope you're making decisions about what it is that brings you confidence and elevates you, so that you can start turning up the sights and the sounds and the smells, and therefore expand into feeling better, so you can get back on track right away. Back on track right away. Why? We want to get back to our productivity. We want to get back to profitability. We want to get back to our work, our passions, our kids, our life, our gardens, whatever the thing is for you. So very fun, really fun to have you here today. And I can already start to feel my confidence being just, it's been 2 weeks since I've been doing this, 3 days since I've been on the broadcast, but I can feel things changing. And I danced around and outside yesterday. I ran around the kitchen. I loved my husband and gave him lots of kisses on the neck. He was like, "What is going on?" Right? So anyway, I'm enjoying the rollout of this new expanded understanding of how myself will be using the chair of joy in now and in the future. And I invite you to come on, tap in, and the of course chair of joy movement is rapidly growing, and so happy that you're part of it.